Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 2 of this Let's Play RimWorld, The Lost Vikings. In the last episode, we basically set the scenario up, we did all the difficulty options and the like, we grabbed our 5 starting colonists, the members of the Vinland expedition, and we set up the work roster. That was a bit of work. Took a bit to set up, but now we have everyone assigned to their various tasks, and hopefully they will survive and prosper in doing that. So what is next? Well, before we actually get started on that, I need to assign character names. So a couple of you did respond to the question posed to you in the last episode, and that was basically saying if you want someone named after you, please do let me know in the comments. So first up, we have got Rhino, which Tuna wanted to have named. So Rhino, you are now known as Tuna. There we go. And when I asked him, why Rhino? I was expecting him to go for one of the fighty people, and he's like, it's the abrasive psychopath. Why wouldn't I want Rhino? Okay, that's totally fair enough, Tuna. And then the other one was Mitrani, who did not specify anyone in particular. So going through the characters, you are the industrious kind of all-rounder. So you're probably the strongest character right now. You are the warrior. You are the hunter, I believe. Tuna's already done. Then Mosquito's the berserker. So yeah, I think that we're going to give you Mitrani. And then also Raliki was saying that you wanted the husky named after you. That's the Labrador. That's the husky. However, I don't think that can be done, unfortunately. Going through this, yeah, there's no option to set the name for animals. So I'm quite happy to give you one of the characters. Just let me know in the comments which one you want, or I'll just assign one at random in the next episode, probably. So I will reserve you the next spot, and then anyone else, do let me know in the comments if you want someone named after you. There are obviously still people available. We have Komodo, Gubia, and Mosquito. And let me know which one you would like to have as well. Cool. So what's next? Well, we need to start actually building our settlement up. So we need to start getting some shelters, we need to start planting some food, we need to start clearing some land, and other things like that. Now, full disclosure, I did actually play this episode once already, and it didn't work. The recording just didn't appear. So we are doing this again, but I have already played through this, and I'm basically going to be following exactly the same steps, but hopefully with a little bit more familiarity now, so I will actually kind of know where things are, so you'll have a lot less of me going and ah, which is probably a good thing, actually. So the first thing that we need to do is grab these items and unforbid them so that people can actually use them. Unforbid that, unforbid that. Is that literally a bearskin? Oh! See, when I saw a bearskin, I thought it was literally a bearskin that you wear. Because in the last episode, I was trying to make Mosquito wear it, but it wasn't an option. Okay, so it's literally just a piece of leather that you can use. Fair enough. The other thing I did was assign weapons to people. So Mosquito, you are the berserker, you are clearly going to get the longsword. And Komodo, you're the warrior, right? Yes, you are the warrior, so you're going to get the other longsword. Then Tuna, you're a hunter, I think. Who are the hunters? Gubia and Mitrani are the hunters. So Gubia, you can have one, and Mitrani, you can have the other bow. Cool. Which leaves Tuna. I'm going to give you the steel knife. I did a comparison between the wooden spear. If we open this, you can see melee damage 5, cooldown 2 seconds. Every 2 seconds you do 5 damage, essentially. Or the dagger, which is every 1.66 seconds you're doing 8 damage. The dagger is quite a lot better than the spear. And then compare that to the longswords. They do 17 damage every 2.5 seconds. The longswords are amazing. But yeah. And then that leaves the piler finally. Now the reason I'm giving Tuna that is because I happen to know that you have good melee and kind of terrible shooting skill, although you have a passion for shooting. So maybe we should try and build that up a bit. No, we'll leave you as melee. I mean, you have an interest in that. We can always switch later, I guess. Okay, that should all be done. Next up, we need to start actually building some things. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to do a cut plants in here. No, hang on. Cut plants. Any plants in this area, cut them. The next thing I want to do is chop wood in this area. I want those trees cut down. Then I want walls. We're just going to continue this wall across. Very simple. And we are going to build... Hang on, is this stone? I think we chose the wrong material there. So right clicking on these allows you to select what you want. Oh no, silver or wood. No, we clearly want the wood there. And then we want wood. Terrain cannot support this. Oh, I see. So we have to build here and then across. That's fine. And then we want to put a door in. I think the door can just go there. Cool. Oh wait, what type of door was it? Wooden? Better be wooden. Wooden. Okay, cool. So now all of that is assigned and people should just go out and do it. And I've just realised that we have a bunch of things out here that we don't actually need cleared. So we'll clear those orders so we don't spend forever doing that. Okay, cool. The other thing I remember, silver. Okay, I did undo that. So first of all, they all go and grab their weapons. So they are now equipped. The builders are grabbing, well actually anyone that can haul is grabbing the wood supplies and moving that up. Gubia, you are currently wandering, right, because we need to designate a job for you. So we are going to hunt. We're going to designate one of the bucks for hunting. Previously I did designate 3 of them and it was just massive overkill, so we're not going to do that. The other thing that we need to do is we need to assign places to sleep. And I need to remember where on earth that is. Here we are, sleeping spots. So there are 5 members in this crew. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And we have got 3 animals, which we're just going to stick down there. Cool. Off you go. Now the next most important thing we need to do, before I forget actually, is we need to say no roof area in here, because we're going to be growing crops in this area, so we do not want this to be roofed off. However, we will eventually want this area roofed off because we're going to build like a little cabin in here so that these beds will actually be in shelter and will be somewhat nicer to live in. So the walls are going up very quickly, doing that very well. Ah yes, the other thing we need to do is go to the animals. We need to select training, obedience and hauling, and we need to find the other dog. Where on earth is that going to be? And Tuna, that's your dog. There you are. You are assigned to... Tuna's got both the dogs. Alright, fair enough. Obedience and hauling. Now we do also have an alpaca, but we cannot assign the alpaca to anything, so we're not going to bother. Okay, cool. So stuff is being built. Mosquito, wow, you are really quick at building. That's good. Meanwhile, Gubia over here. This little charging thing is basically her taking aim and shooting at stuff. There we go. I don't think she's a very good shot. No, not really. Probably end up hitting one of the other ones. Oh, that was a good shot. Well done. Continue. Right, so we are clearing this area out quite nicely. Oh, you've started roofing that even though I... Okay, so what we need to do is we need to go into Architect, we need to go into Clear Roof Area. What, you're roofing all of this? That's just ridiculous. Don't do that. And don't do that either. And not that. Not that. The rest you can roof, that's fine. Otherwise we'll just collapse, it's silly. The next thing that we need to do is assign growing zones. So if we imagine that our wall is going to be here, then we can make this area a growing zone. So we'll make this one growing zone. We'll make this one growing zone. In fact, make that one a bit bigger. Make that the growing zone. And we'll have another one here. Now you can see that I'm leaving a space between them, so we can actually assign different crops to each of those areas. And then that 4 area is another one. So sorry, 5 area. We can click on each growing zone and we can select what we want to grow there. So this big one here, we're doing potatoes, that's fine. This one, I think we want to do corn, so we have a bit of a difference in foodstuffs. We're going to do cotton, no we're not, we're going to do heel root here, so we get some medical supplies, and then some, yeah, and then we'll do cotton in that area. So heel root, once you've got it, you can then convert that into herbal medicines. So that'll be good. Okay, next thing. We know that we are hunting, and to process hunted stuff, you need a butcher's table. To do a butcher's table, however, we need steel, and we don't start with any steel because we are fairly primitive. However, I happen to know that there is some steel over here, and it is currently blocked by this water. It is deep water, so they cannot cross it, so we need to make a bit of a space going out to it. So for that we go mine, mine, and mine that. So mosquito, no, Komodo? Komodo is a miner. And there we go, starting to mine, and off it goes, good. We got some berries. Ah, yes, the other thing that we need to do actually is we need a stockpile zone, which we are going to stick in here. That's going to be one massive stockpile, and they can assign basically everything to it. So if we click on this and click on storage, we can see precisely what we're storing here. So we're storing everything except for chunks. Those are rock chunks that Komodo will start generating through the mining, and no human-like corpses. No, we don't want to store any of those. That's just silly. But we do want to store animal corpses there. And there you can see we're starting to put some wood in. Matrani's starting to plant crops. Tuna's still cutting everything down. And there we go, we have some limestone chunks. So these chunks are important because that's what you turn into bricks later on. So we will be doing a fair amount of that, but not yet. We'll unforbid that, so they shift all of this stuff and bring it all inside so it doesn't just disintegrate. Okay, so now we have that stuff built. I think we need to start building the actual house. So we're going to build like a little log cabin type thing here. And there. And then we'll need a door, which we can just stick here. Okay. Now we do know that we need the butcher's table, and I would like to start actually designating a little production area. So what we're going to do is we're going to dig out in a line like this, and then we're going to build a little workshop type thing up here. Like so. Make that the workshop, and then we'll cancel those bits. So what we're going to do here is we're going to build the butcher's table, then we'll have another slot for something else. Oh, actually that won't work. Let's cancel that. Alright, so the area that we can use is that. So if we turn this into the workshops, then we could have one workshop here, one here. We'll have the entrance here. That'll do. We have struck compacted steel. Yes, I should certainly hope that we've struck compacted steel. Good. So we have got some plants sown. Matrani is still planting. That's good. Mosquito is hauling stuff out from there because we do have this pemmican, which will spoil in a year and a season. It lasts forever. And we're quite lucky because we have a pretty good chef, so we can actually start making pemmican. And in fact, that is a very good point. I need to designate some things to harvest. So for pemmican, well, there are two types of meals that we can create right now. Simple meals are the first one. They don't last very long, but they only need meat or berries or whatever. They're very simple. Then the second one is pemmican, which is the one that lasts a really, really long time, and it requires a vegetable and a meat. And that is why we hunted this buck. It spoils in 2 days, so we do need to do that fairly quickly. So that is a matter of priority, hence we have started designating this area so that we can start building it. And to do that, we need to harvest some berries. I was going to say, I thought there were some berries that we could harvest. So those have been designated. Then I happen to know that Tuna is our harvester, so we're going to prioritize you harvesting those berries so that we have the berries there available for when we have the pemmican. And then we're basically going to be living off of berries and pemmican, no, berries and raw meat turned into pemmican, until we have these plants actually up and running. And we will need more arable land, I think. We're in a nice temperate area, so we can survive off of foraging and hunting for the time being. I mean, we do actually have pretty good hunting and farming skills, or hunting and foraging skills. So you can see here the storage, they're bringing everything in. It's indoors, so it won't disintegrate, won't deteriorate. Although this is still spoiling. We do still have some medicine. Oh, herbal medicine does spoil, but it takes a long time. That's fine. So who was the miner again? Work. Mine. Komodo. I actually kind of want you to prioritize that, please. Where are you right now? What are you doing? Don't know. And then the other thing that we need to do, so once we have the butcher's table set up, we then need a cooking fire. So we'll probably put the butcher's table here. Maybe there. One there, and we can put the cooking fire there. That works. Does that work? No, because I don't think you can have two people on the same tile. What are you doing? Oh, you're training the dog. I don't really care about you training the dog. I'd rather you were mining. Whatever. We can turn the speed up in a minute. I'm still not happy with this layout. I still think that we can do something better. Maybe I should be going this way rather than this way. You know what? That's not a bad shout. Let's cancel this. Let's mine. A room like this, and this can be our workshop room. We'll have easy access to the raw materials. We'll have a door here and a door here. That works. Oh, Matrani's going around cleaning up. Well done, Matrani. That does kind of suggest you don't have anything else to do, though. You know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to have these listed as chopped wood. Oh, they're not sufficiently grown. Interesting. Okay, and then the other thing I want to do is I want to have a little more of a growing zone. We're just going to stick one like out here. And this is going to be corn. Just to make sure we have enough. I mean, this is the area which is defended. I'm not going to wall this area off. I don't really see the point. But it'll be nice to have that backup supply. Okay, good. Let's speed things up. What's the hotkey? Not going to tell me. Options. Keyboard. Game speed. Alpha 1. What on earth is Alpha 1? What is Alpha 1? I have no idea what that even means. Does anything use plus right now? No. So what we're going to do is we're going to set that to plus. And we can just go boom. Nope, that didn't work. Screw it, we'll just click it. So we can still hit space to pause it. So things should just start moving rather more rapidly. As you can see, the sun seems to be setting. It's going kind of red. There is a full day-night cycle in this game. And they will eventually need to get some sleep. Okay, so now that we have that built, we can decide precisely what we want to build and where. So we need the butcher's table. How do we want to do this? I think the butcher's table will go there. We'll put a campfire in that corner. No, that's not going to work. Hopefully they can go diagonal. So we've set up the butcher's table there. Hopefully we have the resources for it. Don't think we have the steel for it actually. So we may need to dig out some more. Which Komodo will hopefully do once he's done that. No, he's going to go to bed. Alright, fair enough, go to bed. As long as this doesn't spoil by the time you guys get up. Okay, they're all asleep now. Time passes, it's now 11 o'clock at night. And then when they're done sleeping, they'll just wake up automatically and get on with their jobs. So, yes. The reason I was doing that, I can explain that now, is we have one which is currently shaped like that. Then we can have the other one like that. And then that means that we can have a person sitting there and a person sitting there, so they're not interrupting each other. So actually... I just realised that that would then be blocking that wall. So I should really put the entrance here instead of there. That can still be done. So what we're going to do is we're going to go structure, we're going to go wooden wall, and then orders, line, that, go. So everyone got up, they're doing their own thing. In fact, we can click on people and see what they're doing. You're building the wooden wall, you're digging, you're currently just wandering, you're going for a walk, and you're going for a walk. So one of the other things I have not explained is each character has a set of needs. So this is their mood basically, and if this mood value goes too low, then they have a chance of just going psycho. So they might just start wandering around in a bit of a daze, they might go berserk and start attacking their allies. There's all kinds of things, and the mood is determined by their surroundings and events that are happening to them. So for example, Mosquito's a bit pissed off because he slept on the ground because we don't have proper beds yet. Slept in the cold because we haven't heated it up. Shared bedroom because it's a shared dormitory, and disturbed sleep. That's probably people walking around while he's trying to sleep. It's not the best location just yet, but once we start building some proper cabins and bedrooms and stuff for each person, then they'll become a lot happier quite quickly. So one of the things that we do need to do is start building some beds. And we seem to have people available to do that now, so we're going to start making some wooden beds. We'll put them... Actually, what we'll do is we'll cancel these. Oh, why can't I deconstruct? Ah, deconstruct those, and we'll get wooden beds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then whoever is the builder can go and put those together. So Komodo. They're all terrible quality because that building is terrible. Oh well, as they get better at construction, we'll rebuild the beds and then hopefully they'll be a bit happier. We still don't... Oh man, we're 5 steel short. That's really irritating. So what we need to do is we need to mine out a bit more steel because that's our only source of it right now. And then the other thing that we need to do is set up a campfire there. We need this done pronto. So where's Komodo? You are going to mine? That's good. What are you doing? Wandering. Wandering, wandering, wandering. Okay, so you guys have all got nothing to do. That's not good. We need you to have things to do. So... what type of stuff would that be? We could set another thing to be hunted, actually. So we'll select another buck, for example. Hunt. Harvest. Got a couple more things out there to harvest. Now, is there a way of just mass selecting harvest? Yes. So just harvest everything that you can find in this area. Just harvest it. Cool. So that should be mosquito and tuna busy. Matrani is the only one who is not, because everything has already been planted. Matrani, what are your jobs? Hunting, constructing, repairing, growing. Everything is done. You could repair that though. So architect, where's repair? I don't know where repair is. I would have thought it'd be an order. Apparently not. Alright. Actually, there is something you can do. You can build me a wooden door here and here. And who's our best builder? Mitrani. Mitrani, build that now. Go. Pronto. Go, 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 go. Buck revenge. A buck is attacking after being harmed. Okay, so we are hunting this buck, but it's just gone angry because we are hunting it. So we just killed it. And Tuna ran away. Tuna is currently cowering. The abrasive psychopath is cowering. Okay. Right, so we have got the butcher table. That means we now need to add a bill. Butcher creature. Do forever. And we just need that done. So who is our best cook? That would be Gubia. So Gubia. Prioritize butchering. Go. Next thing we need to do is on the campfire we can add bills as well. And we're going to do make pemmican. Do forever. So with all the materials that we have to make pemmican, that is what I want you to do. So we're butchering both of those. Good. So we got meat, that's what these round bits here are, and we got some leather as well. Great. And we are just cooking that. Okay, good. And there we go. We got our first pemmican, I believe. Alright, cool. So next thing that we need to do is start providing actual rooms for each member of our society. We also need kind of a central eating area, and we probably want to have an actual proper storage. I mean, we could probably turn this whole area into a storage. It's not actually a bad location because it's kind of in the center of everything. You're always going through it, but we need rooms. So let's start thinking about how we're going to do this. We need kind of a central hallway, which I'm going to propose is this. Maybe something like that. Trying to think if we can get another room in it up here. 2x4 is not really big enough. I think like 4x4 is kind of the size you want. I don't actually know what the optimum room size is in this. If you happen to know, let me know in the comments. So we'll start building one room there. We could start building another one here actually. Down. No, we need... Actually, this is an entrance already. So this can just be another room like that. And let's cancel this bit. And that gives Komodo a job to do. Marvellous. So Gubia's hammering away at that. So let's see, Gubia, your cooking skill. You currently have 4,445 experience, and you need 10,000 to get the next level. But you have a passion for it, so you are getting experience very quickly. So your cooking skill will go up really, really quickly as well. How much berries do we have? A fair amount of berries. And we still have... Okay, we have roughly the same amount of berries as we have meat. I think it's a 50-50 ratio. So if we click on the fire, bills, details. So pemmican requires 0.25 meat and 0.25 vegetarian. So that's any vegetable. Oh, we need to limit the cook skill. So I think there is a minimum for pemmican. Apparently not. Well, we're going to set a minimum level of 5. So I think anything below 5, you have a chance of getting food poisoning. Alright, everyone's going to bed. How long is that? Alright, so a lot of this venison is probably going to spoil very soon. But we also have a lot of pemmican now, so we have a food supply. Things are looking up. And I think on that note, we will be ending this episode. So thank you very much for watching. If you're enjoying this series, then please do hit that like button. And if you haven't done so already, please do also consider subscribing. It really does help out tremendously. And you will be contributing directly to the growth of this channel. So thank you very much for doing so. If you have any tips or advice for me, then please do let me know in the comment section below. Likewise, if you want a character named after you, or you have a name for a character you want to use, do let me know in the comments below as well. And if you want to have any particular one, that would be the place to tell me as well. Cool, so thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you next time. Goodbye.